Okay, I think I'm live. Just wait a few minutes for people to get on. I am a little late, it's 1:09, but it's okay because I'm the boss. Oh, FedEx is here. I just seen FedEx pull up. So say hi if you join me. Today is Fire Yourself Fridays, as you all know. Let me know if you join me. If you're here, I'd love to know who's joining me. I'm having a kind of a laid back day, handling some internal stuff and spending time with my grandkids. So if you hear kids in the background or whatnot, then you know what's going on. Say hi if you're here. Let me know who's joining me. It's Fire Yourself Friday. So I do this every Friday for people who are interested in becoming full-time entrepreneurs, are frustrated with their 9-to-5, and they're interested in possibly leaving it one day. So I'm giving you the tips and tools on how to get ready for that, how to prepare for that one day if needed, and to kind of give you some insight on the thinking of a full-time entrepreneur and even stepping into that. So today I want to talk about why we give so much time, could be 8, 10, 12 hours to companies that will drop us in a quick second, right? We work overtime. We want to impress our bosses. We want to do so much, and they'll drop us in a second, right? They don't really care too much about us. So why do we commit so much to an organization, to a company, to wherever we work full time? And we don't put that time into our own dreams and into our own businesses. I talk to people all the time and they say, Chandra, I'm just too busy. I don't have the time to work on my business. But they'll put 8 to 10 hours for that company that could care less about them, right? Or they show them, they drop them a bone, or they give you a few things, right? They give you a few incentives, or make you feel good about yourself, or give you employee of the month or whatever. And we're supposed to be happy with that, right? So why do we commit so much time to companies that really don't care about us? Hi, Brian. Why do we do that, right? Why do we do that? And you know, I really want us to go inside and say, do I do that, right? Instead of coming home and working on my dream, or saying, you know what, I'm not going to put in overtime. Because sometimes it's a choice when we put in overtime, or when we just, if we're on salary, we just do a 12-hour day to get the work done, to impress a boss, or just to get some kudos and some love, or just because it's a project that you really want to get done, right? And we'll put 12 to 14 hours in an organization that, like I said, will drop us in a dime. But we won't come home and work on our own dream, right? Or we don't wake up early before we go to work on our dream. We'll go, we won't wake up early, or we won't do it when we get home, right? We're too tired, or we're too tired to wake up early. So what I want to talk to some of you about is, when are you going to put that time into your business, into your vision and your dream, like you put into that company, like you put into that job? All right. You know, even if we put a fourth of our time, which is 2 hours, right, of an 8-hour day, if we put that time into our business, you would see a dramatic change in your confidence. And also, like, maybe this idea that I've been having for years could really work if you really put in the time. But honestly, sometimes people don't put in the time because of fear, right? And it's an excuse. Having no time is an excuse, because we find time for things that we really want to do, right? You'll find time to go hang out with your friends. You'll find time to go to that coffee shop. You'll find time to go to the mall shopping or doing a chore, something. You find the time to do it, but you'll avoid doing the things that would really matter to you, to the things that will really make a difference in your life. Why do we do that to ourselves? And usually it's because of fear, masked as procrastination, right? So I want to challenge you all to start putting in that time. And something I teach my clients is time blocking. It's in the morning, you know, waking up extra early. When I was building my business, I would wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning and work till 7 a.m. All right. And then I would go to work, and then I would come, everybody go to sleep, dinner and stuff. So at 9, 10 o'clock, I work on my dream for another 2 hours. So I was putting in about 4 hours a day into my job, into my business. right? And this is why I was able to grow and why I was able to build, because I put the time in. What you put time in is what grows and what builds. If you don't put any time into it, it's not going to grow and build. And now I work my business like it's a job. So I wake up and I'm working, right? And I'm putting in that time. But the difference from working in my business and working in a job is that I love it and it doesn't feel like work, because it's my passion and it's fun and I enjoy it. All I do is coach and support women all day long and help them build their dream. I never imagined that I would live a life like that. I never imagined. But when I finally made a decision and said, I'm going to go all in on my dream and my vision and my idea, that's when it all changed. That's when it all changed. So you have to put the time in. You have to dedicate the time in the morning from 5 to 7 a.m., all right? And then in the evening. I used to tell myself, Chandra, how bad do you want it? Right? It's now or never. I went all in. Okay? You have to dedicate yourself, right? You have to commit yourself if that's what you want. But sometimes we settle and we it's easier to get up and go to a job and have somebody tell us what to do instead of really living in our vision and really implementing all those ideas that we've been writing on that notepad or that we've been sitting and thinking about. It's easier to go and do a job and have somebody tell us what to do rather than to implement our dream and our vision that's been in our heart for so long, right? All of you have something that has been sitting in your gut, has been sitting in your heart, has been sitting in here that you're not moving on. Why aren't you moving? Why aren't you moving on it? What's holding you back? And it's usually an excuse. It's never really a good excuse either. It's, I don't have time. It's not the right time. I don't have any money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Always excuses that are excuses. And they're not good excuses. Because like I mentioned, we find time to do everything else. If you're here, say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know who's watching. Okay? So we have to start dedicating our time, just like we dedicate our time to that company that will drop us in a hot second. Once their budget goes down and they have to get rid of people, you've seen during COVID, they've laid people off and didn't give a damn, all right? And said, oh, they can go get unemployment. So they're quick to drop people, but so they can care less. So why are we committed to these companies and building other people's dream instead of building our own dream, right? Why are we building other people's dreams? So it's time for you to commit to build your own dream. Build your dream. Dedicate that time into that idea that you have instead of putting it off. And also, if you're putting it off, you might be putting it off because you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do next, right? You don't know what step to do next, or you tried everything and it's not working, all right? So if you're doing that, I want to invite you, okay? I don't know if some of you have seen this that I launched yesterday. Is Vision School. It's a Powerhouse Women new program under the Powerhouse Vision School. So this is for women. It's actually, I probably can open it to everybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be for women, but it's a school for people that are slowly building their business and not really in a rush, may still be working their 9 to 5 and want to learn from me in small tidbits, right? You're not going to have the one-on-one support and hands-on that I normally do with Powerhouse, because Powerhouse is $8,000. So that is 10 weeks and you have a lot of time with me one-on-one and we're working closely and building, okay? But with the Vision School, you pay $195 a month, and you get group coaching calls, you get trainings every month, you get a new training every month, you get the support of other coaches, and you get a whole lot of resources in there, okay, from me. Right? And sometimes some really motivation and kick in the butt from me. So that is my Vision School. So if you don't know what to do and you're stuck, join the Vision School. It's a 12-month commitment, but it's not a lot of pressure that you normally would get from my Powerhouse Academy. Okay? So if you want more information, inbox me. You guys know how to find me. Don't be scared. I don't bite. If anybody knows me, I bring a lot of love and support and encouragement. But I also give you a kick in the butt as well. So it's a good balance of both. All right. So what are you guys saying here? Oh, me, that was me. What was you, Nene? You were working for a company, putting in the time, and you're looking for a job right now, right? Are you dedicated to that vision that you have? Are you building that while you're not working? I want to know that, Nene. Are you doing that? So if some of you guys are off and you're collecting unemployment and you're not building your business and you're not focused on your dream, what are you doing with your time? Because then that's going to be an excuse when you go back to work that you don't have time. But now you have time. Now you're not doing anything. So what are you doing with that time is what I want to know. Hey, Tammy. I want to know what you're doing with your time. So if you're interested in joining my Vision School, message me, okay? And I'll send you the link. Right now, it's $195. In January, it's going to be $265. So if you join now for $195, you get 2-hour mastermind with me in November, okay? So several women last night joined on my webinar. So I'm really excited to move it and move it forward. January, it's going to be $265. Now it's $195. So if you're interested in joining, message me, okay? Because I want you in there. I want you in there so you can learn, so you can still work with me. And you say, Chandra, I can't afford Powerhouse Academy, but I want to work with you. You've all seen all of my clients up and down these internet streets, okay? Up and down your feed. And they're constantly tagging me because what I do works. If you do what I tell you to do, it works. If you listen to me and you implement and you take action and you don't sit on your hands and not move, it works. All right. But you got to do the work. You got to meet me halfway. All right. So come into my Vision School container. I want to help you. I want to help you build, and I want to help you take your time doing it if that's what you need. If you need the time, if you just need a more gentle type of coaching, the Vision School is for you. Okay. So if you're interested, hit me up, message me. 22 years laid off. See, laid off, lesser pay now. They laid you off and probably didn't even give a damn. Right? You put 22 years of dedication, Nene, into that company, and they just dropped you, right? It's like nothing. So we have to put our dedication and time into us, because a company will drop us in a quick second, right? And not give a damn. All right. So it's time to dedicate our time to our vision and our ideas. And you never know. If I didn't take action on my dream and Powerhouse when I had the vision, or when I had vision for Vision School, just couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm gonna take action. A lot of us are sitting on our hands and sitting on these ideas that have been in our hearts and in our gut and in our head for years. What's holding you back? And I know what's holding you back. You don't have accountability. You don't have nobody like me lighting a fire up your ass and saying, let's go. What are you waiting for? And sometimes that's all we need. Is somebody to light a fire under us, to push us, to encourage us, to make us believe, to build our confidence, to give us the strategy so we know how to move forward. A lot of us just don't know what to do. We don't know what the next step is. Chandra, how do I market? Chandra, what do I post? How do I sell? So how do I find clients? How do I do all that? You don't automatically learn this stuff. You have to learn it. You have to be coached. You have to be taught. You can't just say, I'm gonna start a business and put it online and people are going to come flocking to you. A lot of people think that. And what happens is they launch their business and they have no customers because they don't know how to strategically market and strategically sell. So you don't have customers coming. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. The customers aren't coming because you're not learning the strategy and you're not investing in yourself to learn the strategy. You're too scared to invest. You have to invest. It costs money to make money, whether you like it or not. And I'm giving you guys a cheaper way to work with me, to eliminate all excuses. Because if I should have did the math, because I was thinking about what's 195 times 30 days, right? How much is that a day in coaching, right? I didn't break it down, but I could break it down, whatever that number is, right? You can sacrifice that to make it happen. All right. So anyway, thank you for joining my Fire Yourself Fridays. I hope you dedicate your time and your energy to your business and to your vision, and stop giving it to somebody else, and stop building somebody else's dream, and start to build yours. Okay. So all the profit comes to you and it doesn't go to somebody else. All right. You guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next Friday. Take care.